So in this video, we're going to solve the equation 2 times the difference of x and 5 squared plus 1 equals 9. Now to solve this equation, the quickest way or smoothest way would be using a reverse order of operations since x only occurs one time. So just going through reverse order of operations, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So we will start by doing addition and subtraction. You'll notice that there is parentheses though, but we can't touch the stuff inside the parentheses until we get rid of all the other stuff outside. So we'll start by getting rid of addition and subtraction, and we will subtract 1 from both sides, giving us 2 times, in parentheses, x minus 5 squared equals 8. From here, we'll get rid of multiplication and division. So getting rid of the times 2, we're going to divide both sides by 2. Leaving us with x minus 5 squared equals 4. Now for exponents, using our property, which kind of amounts to square rooting both sides, but our property says that if we have something squared equal to a number, then it's going to be the square root, or x minus 5 equals plus or minus the square root of 4, which is 2. The parentheses are no longer necessary once the exponents are gone. And once the parentheses are gone, we just start this process all over again. So we start back at addition and subtraction. However, with the plus minus sign here, we're not going to be able to simplify things. So what we're going to do is we're going to separate it into the two cases. X minus 5 equals positive 2, and x minus 5 equals negative 2. Then we'll finish it off by getting rid of addition and subtraction, adding 5 to both sides. We get x equals 7. And adding 5 to both sides, we get x equals 3. So our two answers are 7 and 3. Okay, in this video, we're going to be finding the solutions to x minus 2 in parentheses squared plus 1 equal 25. For this one, it's very similar to the one we just did. Since x only occurs one time, we're going to use reverse order of operations here. However, there will be a difference at the end. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So just like before, we're going to get rid of addition and subtraction that's outside the parentheses. So we're subtracting 1, giving us x minus 2 squared equals 24. Next thing we need to do is, well, there is no multiplication division this time, so we'll get rid of the exponent using our property, which is similar to square rooting both sides here. We'll have x minus 2 equals plus or minus the square root of 24. And it's been established in my class that we are doing exact answers here in Algebra 2, unless otherwise stated. So we have to break down the 24 since it's not a perfect square. So the biggest perfect square that goes into 24 is 4. It's 4 times 6. Just using radical properties, we can separate into radical 4 times radical 6, and the square root of 4 is 2. So we end up with 2 square roots of 6. Now for this particular problem, on the last one I separated into the two cases, the plus or minus. However, since this one has a radical 6, we're not going to be able to combine it with the 2 whenever I finish getting x by itself. So I'm just going to leave it as the one case, and we'll handle it a little bit differently for the final answer. So to get x by itself for the final answer, we'll just add 2 to both sides. But like I mentioned, because of the radical 6, even if I separate it into the plus and minus separately, we're not going to be able to combine them. So it's just going to be x equals plus or minus 2 radical 6, and then plus 2 radical 6, and then plus 2 tagged on at the end, or more commonly seen as 2 plus or minus 2 radical 6. Most likely, if it was a multiple choice answer, that's how you would see it written, with the number without the radical coming first. But both are correct. You can also write in the two separate cases, 2 plus 2 radical 6 and 2 minus 2 radical 6. That's also acceptable as well. There's a number of ways you can express this final answer.